Good afternoon, sir. It's a pleasure to be here, and on behalf of the members of DG Adeyemi, also from Magui University in Canada, this is PRO of the association at the International Steering Group, and also ECFA Evaristos as well, who is the Assistant Secretary of the association. He studied in London, UK as well. The association is the representative organization of the Nigerian students who studied outside of Nigeria. In 2009, we brought ourselves together to represent the interest of Nigerian students, both our welfare and as well as contribution to nation building. The organization represents Nigerian students who studied outside of Nigeria at different institutions. We have member organizations at different higher education institutions, universities, especially in Europe and in America and Canada as well. We also have some representation in Asia, where we have some contributing number of Nigerian students studying as well. We work with the High Commission and embassies of Nigeria in different institutions where we study and in different countries as well. We have the national organization, and what we do as an association is to represent this welfare interest of Nigerian students. If people have problems with the institution, they have issues with their visas or any other welfare concern, we always step in to put press release, to put some campaign up, and to do a lot of other things to support our student learning experience overseas. But beyond that as well, we also come together to contribute to Nigerian development. We feel like when we have the plan to go abroad to study, we are exposed to a lot of other things that we don't have local. And when we have that kind of experience and expertise, we feel like we always have to make a commitment to give back to the country. So we encourage our members to come back to Nigeria after their studies, to network with other people from across the diaspora, but when they come back, to give back to the country and be part of the movement and the change process locally as well. So most importantly, we have 3 different projects we run every year, and the most important one is a conference we do every year, which is the Nigerian Diaspora Youth Leadership Award. We sent a letter earlier for you to come to London in September to be one of the keynote speakers in the conference. The conference this year is going to be titled Nigeria Beyond Oil, Opportunities in Enterprise and Development. We felt like, since we know that there's a lot of dependence on oil revenue in Nigeria, and there has been a lot of clamor by government to look at other sectors of the economy that is not all dependent, so we thought, okay, let's look at it this year and see what can we do as young people. When people go abroad to study, you get all the expertise and all the experience you have, but what can you do locally to actually contribute to development? So we are promoting entrepreneurship, graduate entrepreneurship, and we're doing so, we're encouraging people to look beyond the oil sector and actually see what they can do, for example, in IT, in agriculture, and different other areas as well. So when we come together in September, which is September 4th and 5th, we are bringing together about 500 Nigerian students from across the diaspora from different countries, but majorly from Europe, and they're going to be debating the future and our role in Nigeria's future as well as young people. So the event will be taking place in London School of Economics and Political Science, and we're also going to be coming together during that conference. We're having exhibitions and career talks as well for those who are interested in coming back to Nigeria to work or to get involved in entrepreneurship opportunities as well. We also try to educate people. Most of our members, we use the monthly magazine to communicate to them about opportunities in Nigeria, also as well as what they can do as young people to be part of the change movement in the country. We raise the awareness on patriotism and also on the national identity of being Nigerian and the importance of them not losing their identity, even though they are miles away from the country. We do not only work with Nigerian students who are Nigerians who left the country and want abroad to study. We also work with Nigerians, look in foreign nationals who are of Nigerian descent, whose parents were given back to abroad, for example, but who still has cultural relationship with Nigeria as a country. We work with them as well to support them. Every year we run a summer school where we bring them to Nigeria to actually have some experience of living in Nigeria, and they can contribute to national development by volunteering some time, teaching secondary school students, doing some tutorials for them as well. And also we run the Nigerian National Student Enterprise Conference. We're having the first edition in November here in Abuja, where we are bringing together about 600 students from across the higher education institutions across the country to look at enterprise development. And we are going to be launching the Student in Business Network as well, where we are trying to look at students and what they can do as student entrepreneurs. We actually finalized an arrangement to bring the founder of Facebook to that conference in November to come and be the keynote speaker there, to actually tell the new generation of what they can do while they are in school, how they can make money while they are in school, and how they can start their own business, and rather than looking for white-collar jobs, how they can communicate them as well. We have in this book, this is our project report for the year 2011 and 2012. It has a lot of information of what we have done. The conference last year, the Minister for Information was there last year as the keynote speaker last year. We also have the Clerk of the National Assembly and also the Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Accounts Commission as well was there last year. It was at King's College London. We have some pictures, then we have some other information that we have done in the past. So I'll present with you a copy of the report just as a sign of our presence. On behalf of the Nigerian students and and finally, so most importantly, because we are a student organization, we actually rely on support from the government, from individual agencies, and from individuals as well to support what we do. And the conference is going to be 4th and 5th of September. We will actually be very grateful to have you in London to be part of this conference, to speak with the letter is going to be to speak on the role of young people in achieving Nigeria beyond all, especially the area of enterprise development and entrepreneurship in Nigerian young people and in job generation in Nigerian young people. It will be a great pleasure to have you as well. We're going to be presenting you with an award as well on the second day of the conference, because on the second day of the conference we also always have what we call Passion for Homeland Ghana Gala. It's a cultural event. We have different cultural groups performing, and we have the Gala night. We'll do the Global Excellence in Leadership Award that we'll give to selected Nigerian students every year, Nigerian individuals who have contributed to national development in different rights. So you have been selected as one of the recipients for this year's award. So it's going to be on the 5th of September at the 8th Docklands Hotel in London as well. It's a more relaxed mode after all the deliberations and all the debates in the conference. We'll come to a more relaxed environment to enjoy Nigerian culture and to bring people back home and in a very serene environment. So we welcome your support to support this event, to make it a reality. We have been working around the clock across the year to make sure that this event happens. As young people and as students, many of us have been spending our money, to spend our personal resources to make this thing happen. But we still now support to make it happen. The entire last week we've been in Abuja, we had the Diaspora launch. We're actually expecting you to be at one of the panel discussion where we're talking about engaging Diaspora youth. I was one of the speakers as well. But it's a very wonderful week. We had a really good time. Networking and learning from different speakers. And that's part of how we're in Abuja as well. So, again, on behalf of the Nigerian students and youth in Diaspora, we recommend what you've been doing, and we are aware that you've been working very hard to lead the ministry to deliver for Nigerian youth both at home and abroad. And we're happy to share with you. And on this note, I thank you again. And welcome you. And I say thank you very much. You're very supportive. And we acknowledge all the good work you've been doing. And we are going to be continuing to be good ambassadors of Nigeria to make sure that the country will move forward and that the leadership of the country is given the support needed to actually make sure that we get the best for our nation and to deliver the new Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Everyone invited me to participate in your program. I look forward to being in London, stated to deliver this. I think you have said it all. I have captured and digested all what you have said. It's very apt and really very encouraging when we have people, not just in diaspora, who think the way you do, who meant very well for Nigeria. You are not physically here in this country. You are somewhere thousands of miles away, but your heart, your feelings is for your own country, for your own person. I think these gladens our hearts that there's great hope for Nigeria. Because if the young people like you are thinking the way you think and you are the potentials of Nigeria of becoming a much greater country than it is, it's almost sure. See, because you have to love yourself. You have to be loving yourself means loving your country, loving your own people. You don't belong to the people that are out of the country for whatever end they are. But you'll be there probably giving a bad image to the country. You are true ambassadors of this country, and I urge you and implore you to continue to be such. You have more to gain than lose. It's not a small sacrifice to be involved in this kind of organization, especially being students with little resources, pocket money, etc. You do this outside the show of your country, creating space out of your also tight schedule of your studies and making ends meet. But still, because of your commitment to your country, to your brothers and sisters here, you feel that you have to do this. So you deserve to be supported, you deserve to be encouraged. You see, there's nothing that is little. Nothing is little in this efforts you are making, considering our population. Because if you have 1,000,000 problems and you are able to solve 10, 20, 100, you are somewhere. Because there's a multiplying effect. There will be an effect. Nigeria is endowed with young people. You know more than I do because you stay in Europe. You know how those nations, as developed as they are grappling to sustain their economy. And it's becoming so difficult for them because they don't have young people. Most of them are old, retired, who are just consuming the meager resources through their pension entitlements. But they are not contributing virtually nothing to the economy. So here when we have the large chunk of Nigerians are young people, because over 60% of Nigerians are young people out of 160, 70 or 70 million. So it is a very big, gigantic gift from God that He made us this. What is left to us, all and sundry, to be involved in utilizing this very big resource we have to our own good, to the good of the whole world. Because one thing is that you cannot restrain when you have something good, when you produce something, you cannot have the absolute power or position, not another person to benefit from, even including your enemy. Should any Nigerian produce something now, even if it's an idea and it's being subscribed by some other people across the country and beyond, certainly there will be a kind of cycle that it will reach an enemy and you will benefit from it. Maybe that may be the beginning of dropping the enemy or otherwise. So the sky is the limit. There's a very wide horizon in this space, which your association and many other Nigerians who are making this kind of efforts, or who may be supporting or will support this kind of efforts to do. I have seen your letters of invitation, and I'm making efforts to be with you as stated, because you need and deserve this encouragement. I only urge you to be steadfast, not to be discouraged by probably if you have an expectation and the responses of some is not or is below your expectations. Don't be disappointed, don't be distracted, work with what is available. That spirit of commitment and dedication, those intentions to assist others to propel development for a country, and that concern for the future of the country, these are the things that will certainly boost whatever initiative, whatever effort, whatever you are able to pursue and implement. It's a question of time, and this very important thing that God's time is the best. And don't forget, good things are hard to get. But when they come, everybody will enjoy it. So once most sincerely, thank you for this visit. My officials in the ministry will be in touch with you already. And I was studying this last week that when I received these invitations, pass on to them. I was studying it and they'll go for you. And we'll see where we will be and where we will be. So I thank you very much. May God Almighty guide all of us in our endeavors, and I pray to the Almighty that this conference for our summit will be a huge success, and pray that the association will strive much more stronger than it is, will be sustainable and of immense contribution to the totality of Nigerian youth and the nation of Nigeria. I thank you very much. May God Almighty bless all of us, and wish you joining us as we go back your various destinations. Thank you very much.
I think the Honorable Mr. Diaspora will get a round of applause. Honorable Mr. Sir, we have.
What did your guy tell you? I'll go ask you, what you going to do for me? No.